Hey all, it's Vintage Vinny, and I have a small thrift haul for you today. Got a great assortment of stuff as usual, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you all. Stay tuned! So the very first item I'd like to share with you all in this haul happens to be these General Electric Turbo 1000 walkie-talkies. They appear to be headsets. Kind of saw them at the last minute at one of the thrift stores that I visited. As you can see right here, I paid $1.50. They appear to be brand new and never used. The box is a little beat up. Now in terms of the age, maybe 70s? There is a barcode on it, right here. I haven't looked these up on Amazon. I mean, I don't even know if they'll be there. Didn't even do a quick look up on eBay either. I just said for $1.50 I'm gonna risk it because that's really cheap for something like this. But yeah, brand new in the box. I mean, can't go wrong for that, can ya? Alright, the last larger item that I would like to share with you all happens to be this really awesome Ben Cooper 1977 Luke Skywalker Star Wars costume. Saw this immediately when I walked into this thrift shop and I jumped on it. Whoever had it last was trying to ask $5 for it, probably from a vendor mall or something like that. But I got it for $1.50. Let me go ahead and open this up and hang it up so you guys can see what it looks like. So this is what the costume looks like. You got that really thin plastic mask, which has got bends all over the place, because it's over 40 years old. You got the Star Wars logo, and I believe that's Luke Skywalker himself. It says, "May the Force be with you." Only real issue is down here. As you can see, there's lots of tears and rips in that little seam. So this was definitely well loved, but I didn't care. I think it's really cool, and for $1.50, this would just be something neat to display. In terms of pricing, if I were to sell this, I'm not sure. Maybe if I were to sell it, $20, $25 in the condition it sits in, because it has the original box, but because of the tearing right here, that may affect the value. But nonetheless, it's really cool, and I'm not a Star Wars fan personally, but I mean, I couldn't say no for $1.50. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, really. Pretty cool, huh? Now I've got some smaller items, not a whole lot, but I think for what I did grab, it was well worth it. So where I was, it was kind of like a downtown area, and they had 3 shops in a row. And this was one of those resale shops that had a mixture of everything. Owners were there, and I guess they were 2 sisters. They had newer items, and they also had some vintagey items. I found this in the back. Now, normally I don't go for the vintage tins because, you know, they're mass-produced, and some of them are just a little awful. But when I saw this one, something caught my attention. I loved the snowman on the front, and I thought the images were pretty darn cool. So this was Sateen Finish Madison Mixed Hard Candies from Leddens Inc. in, I believe that's pronounced Reading, PA. I guess this must have originally come from maybe an auction, and I guess this came from somebody's antique booth, and they were trying to ask $10 for them, which is a little much. And then I got it for $3. Let's see what they originally wanted. Oh, maybe I can't because it's taped. That's alright though, but that was still a really good price for that. If I saw that in the thrift store for $2.99, I would definitely have picked that up. I mean, wouldn't you? Alright, so this was $1. It's a baseball glove planter. There is a chip on the inside right here, but you can't hardly tell from, well, maybe you can, looking down this way, because there's that big old white spot. No markings to indicate who made it. Probably Napco ware. And it was only $1. No cracks or chips. I think I might be able to ask $10 to $12 on that. From another charitable thrift store, I picked up this 1980 Hanna-Barbera Canada's Wonderland mug, milk glass, made by Anchor Hawking Oven Proof. It was 75 cents. I think I might be able to get 12 to 14 out of this mug. So I bought a bunch of stuff that was in a bin up at the front at this one particular thrift store, and it was 50 cents each. I grabbed a bunch of it, and I think she just charged me $4 for everything that I had gotten out of there, including with that planter. So I've mentioned to you all before that I have a friend who likes vintage compact mirrors. So I found her one in that pile of junk, or doodads, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty scratched up. I might have to polish it up a little bit before I give it to my friend, but she loves her compacts as long as they don't say Avon on them, so anytime I see them cheap like this, I pick them up. Now, I don't know if this little doodad is old or not. It's one of those glass horses. No brakes on him, I'm surprised. Because, you know, he was piled up with a bunch of other smaller stuff. But I thought he was kind of cool. He may have said Japan if he was older, like maybe a foil sticker or something like that. But I thought he was rather cool looking. Also in that bin for 50 cents a piece, I've got 2 ballerina figurines with hardened, I guess, cloth of some sort. Like maybe, what do they call this? I can't remember the name of it. It's, terry cloth? Or burlap or something? This one has a mark of hand-painted by Betsons. Focus on that for you all. Yep, Betsons. And then we've got this one that's not marked at all, but what I think I'm going to end up doing with them is listing them together in a lot. Maybe for $12? $12, $13? Focus on those better so you guys can see them. There we go. Got this at one of the Goodwill stores. It's just one of those praying monk mugs. I thought he was kind of cool. He was $1. In terms of what I think I might ask for it, or if I keep it, I might go ahead and sell him. He's a little creepy. Maybe I'll do $5, $6 on him. And he's relatively small and light, so he'll go first class, no problem. Got 2 pairs of salt and pepper shakers. I'll probably end up selling this pair here. They're pineapples, and they say Aloha Hawaii, so they're souvenir pieces. They have the Japan stamp on the bottom. They were $1.99. I think I'll ask $10 for them. That's usually what I charge for most of the salt and pepper shakers I pick up to resell. $10 to $12 unless they are anthropomorphic. You know, anything that typically does not have a face on it. Or it's personification, basically. Giving human characteristics to non-living things is what I meant to say. So these guys I'm actually going to keep. They are also souvenir pieces. They are cacti salt and pepper shakers, and I think these at one point did have a Japan sticker on them. A lot of salt and pepper shakers nowadays don't have cork bottoms, so I knew these were older. They also were $1.99. So I found this at that same thrift store I got the 1980 Scrappy-Doo Hanna-Barbera mug. Miss Stone Home loves her vintage glitter, so I found these, and I think she'll definitely put these to good use, and it was only $0.25 for the bag. Found this August Lefton figurine for $1.50. It's just of a boy and a little pup. I don't know if something was supposed to be on here or if it was just supposed to be like that. No cracks or chips, in very good condition. I'm probably gonna have to do a little bit more research on this before I say how much it's gonna be, because I didn't really do any lookups. It's just... But I think he's kind of cute. I think someone will definitely enjoy him. Okay, the last thing I got was from a charity thrift store. And I wish I would have looked at it a little bit better, because there is a little bit of a flaw that... I mean, it doesn't bother me because of how old it is, but I wish I would have noticed it. I got this really cool train whistle. And it's got... I think that's the... Not the conductor, it's the guy that lets you on the train. That guy. And you got a little house. And then you got 3 people who, I guess over time got decapitated? Because there are no heads on them. Sorry, guys. And I only paid $3 for it. But nonetheless, I thought it was really cool. This does say Shackman, New York, and patent pending. On this side, it says DBGM West Germany, Gene. So I thought that was really interesting, and what's cool is the train does move. Focus on that so you guys can see it better. So that was definitely a very interesting piece. I'd never seen anything like it before, despite the decapitated family that's sitting right there. But for $3, I thought that was pretty well worth it. Just a neat display piece. I did try to look it up and I didn't see anything like it. But then again, sometimes when I just look up stuff, I don't do really specific lookups. I just kind of generically do it to see, oh, is there anything that's kind of similar to it. So yeah, not a whole lot of stuff in this haul. Be prepared for my last haul of this 3-part sourcing video, because I got some good stuff at the antique mall. So that's all I have for you today. Be sure and give this video a big thumbs up, leave a comment below, subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell next to the subscribe button if you'd like to know when new videos are posted. All the links to my social media accounts via Instagram are down below as well, where you will see pictures of items to come in future haul videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye, guys.